Hey everybody, Michael here, and I have some drum recordings for you today. I've recorded these drums last week and I've used these microphones, and I want to show you something because these microphones are really nice on overheads. I didn't thought that I will use them on overheads because, this is not a typical overhead mic, but these Electro Voice 636 microphones are omnidirectional, really odd, and they do something with the top end. They round it off in a really nice way, don't make it harsh, so the cymbals, even if I hit hard on my cymbals, are pretty nice to listen to. It adds some silkiness to it, also does something in the mid-range, high mids. Really love it, so let's check it out. So these are the drum recordings, all mics together. Let's solo the overhead mics. And let's go to a beat with some hi-hat. Really smooth, really nice. So let's go back to all the microphones, and I will mute the room mics for you guys so you can focus on the overhead mics. And without overheads. And back. And with the rooms back in the mix. So let's go to a part where I play a bit louder. I really like these mics, and I really like omnidirectional mics as overheads because you can put these mics much closer to the cymbal, so you can aim more on the stuff you really want. So let's compare this with an older drum recording that I have when I didn't have these mics, and I've used the Rode NT5s for that. Let's listen how that sounds. So I took off the processing of the overheads and the drum bus, so these are the raw overheads. And let's listen to the overheads with all the drum mics together. As you can see, I've bypassed all the plugins, so these are the raw drum tracks. Overheads muted. And for fun, let's listen to the drum mix that I made for this production. So these are all drum mics and processing together. Always fun to listen to the stuff you did back in the day. Let's make a bounce of these overheads so we can compare these with the Electro Voice overheads. Here we have the Electro Voice microphones. And here we have the NT5s. Electro Voice. As you can hear, totally different microphones, and both mics are great, but it's just a flavor that you can use for a certain music style. In this case, this artist, she wanted to have that vintage organic sound, and these mics, the Electro Voice mics, are great for that. But the NT5s, you can make it vintage, but it still has that high-end, modern, polished kind of sound, and the mid-range is different. So let's have one more listen. you really can hear it in the snare. The Electro Voice has a push, and the NT5s are great, and it also depends which microphone technique you're using, which stereo technique. But the mid-range is totally different on these two mics. And I have these mics because with the online drum recording service, I want to offer all kinds of flavors and drum sounds. So that's it for the overhead. So in case you need some drums for your music, slide me a DM and we're gonna have some fun recording the drums for your music and bring it to a next level. That's always the goal, right? See you guys later. Have a nice day.